Hello, my friends. Welcome to my Little House in the Big Woods unit walkthrough. This is a literature study that I created, and this is the second video of our series where I'm going to just share with you exactly what we did during the week. So if you missed last week's video, then make sure you check that out. And then going forward, there will be videos coming out every Friday where I will share with you exactly what we did, what pages we read, and all that good stuff. So get out your pencil, get some paper to take some notes, and let's go ahead and get started. So this was week 2 of our unit study. It was a little bit of a slower week, not quite so many activities as we had in the first week, and a lot more just reading than it was, I felt, in the first week. So we started with reading, let's see, pages 19 through 23. So we left off last week on page 19, so that's where we picked up, obviously, on Monday. We read pages 19 through 23, and then that was it for the first day. Now, I had intended to have a sensory bin for my kids to play with Lincoln logs and little animal like figurines and that sort of thing, and let them just like explore and play, especially my younger ones. But I did not order them in time, and then I found out that they were not going to be supported anyway by my third-party group to pay for them. So anyway, by the time it all came through it, I was like, well, we're done with that now. So I didn't actually go forward and order those. But for you, if you're planning this unit, that may be something you want to consider. Maybe you already have Lincoln logs or some kind of play tool that's similar to that. I've never been great at making sensory bins, and some of you guys are. So if you're one of those people, then more power to you. So that's what we did on day 1. Now, day 2 was fun. We read pages 24 to 27. So now it's Tuesday. And in those pages, winter sets in, and Laura and Mary are figuring out or starting to learn about Jack Frost and how he comes and like paints the windows with these really miraculous, frost pictures, right? And so we read all about that, and then we made, I had this. So this is a sheet protector. And then I just got some clip art snowflakes, printed out 5 of them, and put that inside the sheet protector as a stencil. From there, I mixed together Elmer's white glue. I don't know if the brand makes a difference, but that's what I used, and it worked. And then I just used regular acrylic paint, and I painted the white glue. Just one small drop of acrylic paint in each one. And I had a dark blue, light blue, kind of a greenish color, and purple. So I really tried to stick with some cool colors, and then gave my kids a paintbrush and allowed them to paint on these snowflakes. The only instruction is to ensure that the glue like makes a window cling, is that you want it to be a thick layer of glue. So I just kept making sure, and I even like went over some of their pictures, but eventually my older ones got used to it, and the younger one, they used a bunch of paint anyway, so it worked out. And then we had to wait 24 hours for them to dry, and then, let me reach over here, they stick on our wall. So then they're just these cute little window clings, and I, like, warning, whatever, but I had to like put a little like tongue dot on the back to make sure that they stuck on my window, but they've been there all week. So it's kind of gross because it's glue, but there you go. So anyway, we have all of their window clings up on there, and it just kind of like showed or demonstrated about Jack Frost painting on the windows. And it's August here right now. So we are nowhere near winter, but it was kind of a fun little discussion. Okay. The second group, so now it's Wednesday, and we read pages 28 to 33. And in those pages, Ma explains what she does every day of the week. So it's right here: wash on Monday, iron on Tuesday, yada, 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 right? And so we took that, and and there's a whole section. Laura says like her favorite day is Thursday, which is churn day, and Saturday, which is bake day. And in the chapter, or in the reading, you read all about how Laura's ma makes butter. So then we decided, okay, we're going to try to make butter. So I followed all of the instructions on Pinterest, and it was a total wreck. It did not work. But you're supposed to get, from what I understand, heavy cream and a marble and put it in a jar and then shake for vigorously for 20 minutes. Well, nobody in my family was interested in shaking the jar for 20 minutes vigorously. And so that was a good talking point, because we talked about, like, you have to have, like, this is a chore that you have to be diligent in finishing if you want butter in your family. So, and everyone loves butter. So that was good, but we never got to the point where we could take the butter off of the cream and have like homemade butter. Cause eventually all of us were like, okay, we're not doing this anymore. And then as far as like dyeing the butter with the carrot, we just talked about that. I had dreams of doing it, but we all ended up on YouTube. So I just Googled butter making for kids. And then the first few videos that popped up, I just picked one of them and we watched a quick little video about the butter churn, and they churned it and it was darling, and it completed the activity that was in my head going to be such a great pioneer experience, but it was like a total mess. So there was that. And then in addendum to that, we talked a little bit about what our favorite day of the week is. So Laura talked about Thursday because that's churn day, and Saturday because it is, baking day. So then we talked about, well, what day of the week is our favorite day that we look forward to every week, and why do we like it? And so my daughter said Sunday, my son said Saturday, I said Friday. So anyway, we just verbally talked about it. We didn't go any further than a discussion, because the next day we were going to start our essays. So the next day was pages 34 to 40. And that brought us right up to the story of Grandpa and the Panther, which we did not read yet. But in those pages, Laura is still just kind of talking about her life in general, and how Pa, like, she plays a game with Pa called Mad Dog, and she talks about him playing the fiddle, and they go through a song. So I pulled up some fiddle music, and we played fiddle music, and while we read, we listened to it, so that was kind of a good thing. And then we transitioned away from the book and started doing our writing. And so I was introducing the topic of writing a paragraph hamburger style. I don't know if that's the official term for it. But so I got this resource off of Teachers Pay Teachers. Let me grab these ones, then you can kind of get it up close. Oh. Okay, so it's just a hamburger, Teachers Pay Teachers, and then it talks about the bun, main idea, closing sentence, and then you have to put the details inside to make the bun delicious. So we did this using our favorite day of the week, and this is me modeling it for them. And then this is, my son had his own, and so did my daughter. She's going into first grade now, or she's a young first grader. So she also did it. My youngest baby did not do it. He had this paper, but he just colored it with whatever crayons he could get his hands on. So again, this is family school during our family school time. So all of my children are here. And even in an activity like this, which is clearly designed for an older student, my younger kids are a part of it. My middle child, she's going to just be more exposed to it. So when it's her turn around, she'll probably pick it up faster. And then my youngest one is just, doing fine motor skills and enjoying just being with the family, learning how to be quiet and sit and listen. So all things are great. But anyway, so my son did this, and I demonstrated it up here. So we did that on the first day, and then we were supposed to finish it this week, but we ran out of time. So next week I will show you when we get to that one, but I just have a whole page where he's actually going to write his paragraph. And my fourth grader is going to write an essay about it. I put it in air quotes because this will be his first time writing multiple paragraphs on one subject. So, you got to start somewhere, and fourth grade's as good a time as any. So we're going to do that. And then my daughter is only going to just do her paragraph that she outlined. So yeah, it was great. That was a good little week. And then we were supposed to finish the story of, Grandpa and the Panther, but we didn't get there, and my kids are super interested in reading about that. So we're going to have to pick that up. Now I am now a day behind in my plans. So it was originally supposed to be only a 6-week unit, but I feel like maybe we might be going more into 7 weeks, only because we are a day behind now. So there you go. That's Little House in the Big Woods. If you have questions, please feel free to grab me and ask a question. You can ask it here in the comments. I always read them and try to get to them as soon as I can. But if you follow me over on Instagram, I'm highlighting this unit in my homeschool highlights, which I do on my stories periodically. So you may be able to catch it there. But as far as like talking to me, then I answer my DMs on Instagram. I'm always over there. So if you want to like chit chat or connect or watch or whatever, become friends, then you can catch me over on Instagram. It's more of a following of just my general life, but I do a lot of homeschool stuff too, because obviously homeschool is a part of my life. So that is week 2 of Little House in the Big Woods. So hopefully you're enjoying this unit study, and hopefully you're getting a few ideas of what you can do for your kiddos as well. So, all right, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.